everyone, I'm Hugo.
And my given name is Jacob.
Is that true?
Yeah, but they call
I've
me.
never seen your birth certificate.
Well, it's on my license.
I've not seen that either.
Well,
your name could be like Ferdinand. I wouldn't know.
If my name was Ferdinand, this would be the Bible Reloaded with Ferdinand and Hugo.
It's probably true.
And then we'd probably have... I feel like for some reason we have to wear a sash.
Sash that says Fernando?
If my name's Ferdinand and yours is Hugo, we have to have something fancy that we wear around.
Anyway.
Sashes. Neckerchiefs.
Did I say this is the Bible Reloaded?
You did, I think. Is this the Bible Reloaded?
Anyway, this is the Bible Reloaded. Today we're looking at yet another chick tract. This one, real weird. This one doesn't even... How do we put into words what this one is about? Socialism and some other stuff, and we'll touch on it as it goes.
This one may be the most opinionated Jack Chick has been on multiple subjects in a single chick tract, which is interesting because he's always got opinions and he's always wrong.
Yeah. This one's barely about Jesus.
Barely, only kind of at it's bookended sort of by
it
Jesus.
takes a political stance more than anything.
But this one was actually a request, and usually we don't remember who requested them, but I took a screenshot.
Good job.
So, Nicole Buck on Twitter, at Nicole Ann Buck, requested this just the other day. Wish granted, Nicole Ann Buck. I'm like your genie, but you only get one.
Everyone gets one.
No. Just her.
Oh, okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and start The Poor Revolutionist.
You stupid idiot. You bust into a private cell meeting and then start preaching at us? Even if you are my kid brother, I'm going to give you a beating you'll never forget. Hold him!
I like the expedition. I like whenever in comics or movies or anything, they exposit via dialogue. Who talks like that? Even though you're my kid brother... twice removed, and our parents are dead. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense.
Even though I have a well-groomed mustache and very silky, it looks nappier than it actually, if you touch it, just give it a...
It's not as greasy as you would think.
0 knots. I brush this daily with a horse comb.
What's a horse comb?
It's a comb for horse manes and tails.
Oh, is that better than a normal human comb?
Yeah, it's thick, it's rugged, it's sturdy.
Why are we giving the horses better combs than we get?
It's not necessarily better, it's just more, it's for the job at hand.
I'm very disillusioned now. It's like the whole mane and tail debacle with how beautiful that makes your hair.
Face punch!
Oh man, this is awesome! He's killing his own brother!
I know, right? I have a brother, a kid one, and I'm punching him.
Hit him again, Paul!
Okay. Will you take my hand a year from now when the land is ours? That's apparently the song. That's not even really it. Why is that a sing-song thing?
That's just what it is.
Will you take my hand a year from now when the land is ours? Will you take my hand a year from now when the land is ours? Ding ding ding.
Yeah.
That was the acoustic.
She's too well groomed to be a hippie, though. She's not really a hippie. She's kind of a revolutionist hippie. Which is weird because hippies don't usually do a whole lot of anything other than like drop acid and dance naked, whatever. I don't know. I was born long after hippies were a thing, so I don't know.
This whole thing is just trip.
Maybe.
Let him go. I'm through.
What a mess.
Listen good, Jimmy. I'm sick of Jesus Christ. I'm sick of Christianity. Your religion is so phony that Harry over there, who was born again, changed and joined us as revolutionists. How do you explain that?
He talks like no atheist I've ever heard.
No.
Even if someone like broke into like, let's say we were having a meeting. Let's say we're having a tea party meeting.
Yeah.
And someone breaks in and starts preaching to us. We'd probably just be like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, this is weird.
Chill out, bro.
Can you, like, this is our private property. This is our private domicile that we pay for. Could you get out of here, please? Like, whatever, man, but we're having tea. I don't like tea either, but we should have a tea party because I think it would be beautiful. Be a beautiful expression of our friendship. I'll tell you why, Paul. Because Harry was a phony Christian. I dare say maybe even like a Scotsman. No true Scotsman. He never trusted God and repented of his sins. How could God dwell in him when he was still filthy inside? You need to bleach it. Bleach enema. This head wound is kind of getting to me.
You jerk! Christianity is a thing of the past. How dare you call me filthy? You should have killed him, Paul. Because we have mustaches. We have a connection.
That guy looks a little bit like the Lost Beetle. I don't know which one. Maybe like an
The guy that almost killed himself?
Which one almost killed himself?
The Lost Beetle.
The Lost Beetle?
The guy who's, I think, right? He started with the Beatles and then quit, and then they got really super famous and very, very rich.
I have no idea.
And he's like, oh, that was a mistake.
This is like if John and Ringo had a baby.
Dringo?
Dringo still keeps...
Dringon. We just invented a Doctor Who alien.
Dringon Lennon. Let's be honest. Lennon is... You take that name.
Yeah. Jimmy, Christianity has failed. We are creating one world government by revolution. That's how it works.
Yep, that's easy.
There's no room for your kind. I never want to see you again.
Paul, you don't realize that Jesus died on the cross for your sins?
That fanatic! You fanatic! Throw this loser out. He's a loser. Just look at how much his face got punched.
Yeah, that's a good indication of you're a loser, not a
mighty Paul punch.
Paul punch, man.
When I punch people, I make the sound effects myself. I go whoopsh.
I think that makes punches more effective.
In reality,
it's like,
it doesn't.
It's like racing stripes makes the cars go faster.
Yeah, and then I like to wear a cape, and I like to go whoosh or whoo, 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 just as I move my arms through the kitchen while I pretend to do karate. Whoo, whoo, karate chop. Whoo. Everybody needs.
I don't even feel like this is a story. I think this is probably what Jake just does when we're not around.
Everybody needs a thing. Goodbye, you god freak.
Bible warning. Ooh, a Bible warning. We've never gotten one of these.
Bible warning.
But whoso shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depths of the sea. That's not a Bible warning. That's just a Bible verse. I mean, it's a warning from the Bible, but they made it sound like it was going to be a bigger deal.
Right.
It'd be hard to hang a millstone around someone's neck.
You'd have to hold the millstone.
Yeah, more so it's like you're hung around the millstone's neck.
Or whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Slip out of the millstone before they drop it in the water, though. Because you will die. There's my warning. Better than a Bible warning. More informative. If someone hangs a millstone around your neck around a body of water, undo that. Because it's not going to end well for anyone.
Unless you're Aquaman.
If nothing else, waste of a perfectly good millstone.
Indeed.
How are you going to make flour now? You have half a millstone. And that's basically zero millstone. It's basically just a table.
When revolution is over, we'll take care of Jimmy and his kind. It's already on the agenda. Religion is the opium of the masses. Except less fun. There's no, sure there's churches, but they're zero like an opium den.
An opium den?
Which is great.
Awesome.
Totally great. We're going to reinstall opium den infrastructure into each church after the revolution is completed, and then we'll have an opium den on Sundays before football games.
You need opium dens. You need lots of pillows.
Indeed.
And kind of like women who clearly really don't want to be there, but they're hooked, so they're in skimpy outfits.
Right, indeed. And then a guy in the corner playing an instrument you're not really comfortable actually naming out loud, but you're aware it's sort of like a guitar, but it makes odd tones.
Yeah, and there's like there's a couple really, really offensively dressed, stereotypical, turn of the century Asians that just kind of pull the room together.
One guy in a turban that everyone respects.
Comrades, it's almost time for the revolution. Shall we go over your assignments again, Paul?
Why are you speaking that? You're from Kentucky.
If I talk like this, people will take me more seriously.
It makes sense.
Like, have you seen Rocky IV?
With Drago?
With Drogo. I think everyone took him really seriously.
That's not even an actual accent that anyone has.
I need to watch it again.
I think you have. It sounds more like you're recovering. By the way, great job in your recovery. It sounds like you're almost fully recovered from a stroke. Like you got it all back, but you don't have like a mouth dexterity yet.
I'm working very closely with Dr. Alexander, and we're getting better. Anyways,
you sound like the guy that restored the painting in Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah, I do.
Besides that, we know exactly what our unit is to accomplish, Comrade Gregory.
When we destroy this oppressive and unfair free market system, our new world order will rise out of its ashes. For your hard work and sacrifice, each of you will be greatly rewarded with the position of power and honor in our fair, tolerant, socialist world. Maybe, we'll reward you based on how good you do and how much value you have to society. And we'll maybe, show you that with, I don't know, we'll get pieces of paper, and we'll give you that paper, and it's worth something, and then we give it to you, and then, oh no, this is capitalism. Oh, we keep accidentally falling back into it.
Oops.
It is real rough. This is a uphill battle in a colander, in an upside down pyramid colander.
The more you talk,
Funnel is the word.
At 11:25 p.m. Code word Bedlam is broadcast to all cells.
Thanks, Batman. You're cool guy.
The revolution is underway. Death to all pigs and their families. I'm sure that would sound more intimidating from someone with a stronger voice.
You gotta work with what you got, though. I respect that he said it anyway.
The second guy looks like he has a fishing net.
I'm pretty sure that's a Molotov cocktail.
I'm pretty
which
sure
he's
it's
holding.
a fishing net.
He should throw that immediately.
It's either a smoldering Molotov or it's a fishing net.
It's definitely a Molotov. A fishing net would be the least
effective. The guy behind him
effective.
has a dildo.
I'm pretty sure it's a machete.
And the guy behind him.
It's a shotgun.
Baton.
It's a shotgun or a rifle.
For a parade, not like a police one.
You're bad at this. You're very bad at this.
The first guy has a broom. So they just wanna throw a parade and clean up after.
Yep, that's it. The so-called liberation forces strike hard.
Police officers are set up to answer phony calls, all to be shotgunned through a window.
Shotgun, that's a good verb.
Only shotguns. We will not kill them any other way. Our police officers deserve it.
Their families are systematically destroyed and
burn the roofs of their homes.
In the meantime, other units move to take over the water and power stations. This was a very ingrained revolution. Apparently, every community in the world had at least half of the population in on this.
Oh yeah,
this is very impressive.
For sure. Looting and murder spread. They shoot firemen, for Christ's sakes.
It's a weird fireman.
Look at that, and he's just all the firemen wanted to do. Obviously, was. Just hook up the hose. His last dying breath was spent trying to get the hydrant and hook the hose.
That looks a little American flaggy up at the top. You notice that?
Yeah.
Is that intentional or are they
probably
just very interesting?
Fires are everywhere because they shot all the firemen.
Paul is hairy. He's dead. A tank got him.
At least he died for the cause.
Does the tank know that the heads of the revolution are right there?
No.
Do they need to show us a tank? It's like Jack Chick's should we show a tank in the background? And they were like, why? And he's like, well, we mentioned a tank. You gotta draw it because you mentioned it, right? We can't just have things happen outside of what we show in the story. Men, women, and children are herded into detention camps as the death toll mounts. Where are they getting detention camps? Because if this is a revolution, they don't have infrastructure.
I don't know. Apparently they also got Nazis.
Yeah, they're Nazi-esque. Many civilians now bring out their few concealed weapons. The revolutionists face more firepower than they anticipated.
From the tanks, we got this. But when you bring out your AR-15, I'm fucked a little.
If you can't tell, this is going to be a pro-gun message.
Kind of, but it's also anti-socialist or just not. It's basically pro-free market, anti-everything else.
It's pro-free market, pro-guns.
Capitalism, it's Tea Party.
Tea Party, yeah.
Yeah. I'm hit!
Paul, no.
In my forehead!
Paul, no.
It hurts!
I think it's in the arm.
It's clearly in my forehead.
Nope, that's in the arm.
You could look at the next panel and see that it's clearly a forehead shot.
Well, they illustrated it poorly in that panel.
They definitely did. Maybe it went through my forearm
into the head,
like Kennedy, and then it went through a senator in front of me.
Magic bullet.
Ghost brother.
Listen, Paul, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Why did that need to be the brother? That could have been anything.
Get out of my head, ghost brother!
Also, John 3:16, every chick tract it's in there somewhere.
It's the best one of all of the verses.
He's delirious. It's not a serious wound. He'll be okay. Getting shot in the face, by the way, another...
he probably has a concussion.
Another good tip. If you're shot in the face, that is a serious wound. Please seek medical attention.
I assume the bullet grazed his forehead, but he still probably has a concussion.
Yeah, most likely.
It probably hit skull a little bit.
The angle that he got hit at, it really doesn't seem like it should have grazed him, especially
Maybe
where you see the mark. It should have hit him right in the forehead and killed him.
Maybe he's got a really strong forehead. I don't know. Wow! I must have been out of my mind. What's happening?
Everything is grinding to a halt. Not much food left. People are afraid to go outside. We'll have them in 30 days. 30 days to take over the entire, not just the United States, the world.
Apparently.
Very impressive.
Does that mean I get to fly in onto an aircraft carrier and we can put a banner up? And
Mission accomplished?
Yeah.
That sounds good.
No one's ever tried
that won't be a funny image 6 months after the fact, and then for the rest of time.
That's good.
After years of registrations, most guns had finally been taken away. The people had no means to fight against the onslaught, except the world's military forces. But whatevs.
Didn't they try to use, the standing army that we have and the infrastructure in place for the world's largest military spender?
Not to mention all the cops that they apparently killed.
Of course. Who have advanced riot gear.
Yeah.
And guns, and clearly can take care of some shit.
Probably more guns than they need.
If they need
honestly.
to. Right, yeah.
And also, how did the revolutionaries get guns if guns are so hard to get?
Did the citizens fight on the sides of the police and force and the military to dispel our revolution? How did they do that? Did they not work together? Or were they all...
they just didn't have, the government took their guns.
But the government...
But they took them. The government.
But the government had the guns
But
then.
they took them.
But then they had the guns.
But they took them. They also had, weapons and bombs and...
Drones.
And drones and jets.
And SEAL Team 6.
But it did nothing for a bunch of hippies with some back alley guns. They somehow got, even though if they took all the guns... You got. Even though the back alley guns that we have... Which we got somehow, even though if there were no guns in the street, there'd be no gun manufacturing, and therefore
you want 3D printers.
3D printers? That makes sense.
Obviously, the government kept from the other citizens.
Yep.
Yeah.
Without access to ammunition, the pockets of the resistance are worn away. Political leaders cave into the terrorists' demands, and the nation collapses.
We're not terrorists, we're revolutionists.
It's funny that they're very similar.
Totally different. We just wanted to secede.
Secede and then take everyone. Whatever.
Yeah.
Paul, we did it. The land is ours. The revolution is over. We won.
But what a price we paid!
I don't know. It only seemed like 7 people died on our side.
Well,
somehow
it's a net worth thing.
We took out the entire United States Army with some handguns and rifles. I do not know how we did it.
We are all individually the Joker.
I honestly thought we were... this was my suicide by cop. I did not think we would get this far.
Well...
I wrote a note and everything. My house, my keys are all still laid out on the counter. I don't think anyone's...
one of those suicides?
Yeah,
You're like,
at least I'm mindful.
Gotcha.
No.
I mean, we have gallows now, though. In detention camps, we could... toss you in there. I don't know what you want.
No, I don't really want that. At this point, I feel like I've finally accomplished something in my life.
There you go. You won once.
Yeah,
there's your one.
I mean, sure, we've created a despotic, horrible future government.
Oh, yeah.
But
no,
I'm part of something, and that's really what I think.
No, it'll be like another Dark Ages.
Yeah.
Except...
Reign of Terror, though, so that'll be fun.
We could get guillotines and stuff.
We definitely, there's no question as to whether or not we're getting guillotines.
You're right. You're always so smart.
The land has been devastated. Why are all these foreign troops still pouring in all around us, Paul?
Yeah, I didn't think we needed so many of them, because apparently we also, within the revolution, had foreign diplomats to go and tell, hey, Saudi Arabia... or whoever, North Korea, you want to help us?
This was in the 70s, so it was probably Russians. They're probably thinking Russians.
I guess this tract was written in 2010. So
no, was it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I was assuming this was like a 70s.
No.
That sucks.
Yeah.
This is a real outdated worldview.
Mm-hmm.
The executions begin. The capitalists are destroyed.
Only capitalists.
All of them.
So every single person that operated or got money under the system that was there before, right?
Yeah, like so everyone in every
single
country
person.
that's not so entirely socialist, which is
All
of
much
them?
all of them.
homeowners, those who own anything of value, like a car, become the enemy of a state.
That doesn't make it. Why wouldn't you just absolve them of their ownership? Why are they enemies? Why just doesn't make sense? You need a workforce.
Even if for some reason, let's say the United States became wholly socialist or communist,
Sure.
which that's certainly not going to happen
No,
anytime
it'll be
soon.
social capitalism at best.
Yeah, and let's say for some reason they didn't like ownership of property.
Sure.
You still need a car
Right.
in America
You
because
just
of how
rent
things.
it. Well, not even rent it. It just wouldn't be yours.
But it's like
You just have it.
even Che Guevara would have been like, yeah, the cars are necessary, guys. Like I get
Yeah.
it, but like no, we need those to get around and live life.
Yeah. And,
Eh.
yeah. I don't, does it just want like agrarian, like Thomas Jefferson?
Even if you wanted that, you couldn't keep control of that. You know what I mean?
No,
Like if you wanted everything to be agrarian and not really technical at all, you couldn't keep a hold on that large of a landmass and be
Oh.
agrarian.
Right. That's why they didn't go with that model.
Hey Paul, they've got Jimmy. He wants to talk to you.
Where is he?
You Batman?
Can we trust him?
You decided to be Batman now?
Jimmy, can we trust him?
Yeah, okay, yeah, he's by the gallows. I'm gonna go away from you.
Okay. I told you we would win. You were a fool, and now you'll pay with the price of your own neck.
Paul, I'm going to be with Lord Jesus.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's weird that I'm focusing on this when the whole world government has collapsed, but
How have you survived the entire revolution? Why did we keep you?
I hid, you're not gonna believe this, I was in your clubhouse the whole time.
Seriously?
I was in the closet with the SpaghettiOs. I ate nothing.
Is that where the SpaghettiO smell was coming from?
I ate nothing but SpaghettiOs for 6 weeks.
You didn't poop, though.
I pooped in the empty SpaghettiO cans.
Oh, but you sealed those up. It didn't smell like poop. It only smelled like SpaghettiOs.
Yeah, SpaghettiOs and poop very similar smells when they're next to each other. SpaghettiOs are just awful. I'm glad you're killing me. Honestly, I'm like a water balloon of SpaghettiOs. When you hang me, the bottom half of my body is probably going to rip apart from the top, and it's going to spill SpaghettiOs everywhere. I recommend you kill me some other way. Not for me. I'm looking out for you, and honestly, it's not going to be good. So please, just for your own good, 1, you seem to be in charge of the government now, ban SpaghettiOs. 2, kill me in a way that won't make me explode like a SpaghettiO water balloon.
Anyways, tell me about Jesus or what. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Please believe the Lord Jesus and receive him as your savior, Paul, and your name will be in the book of life, and you'll go to heaven too.
Nope, still not buying it. You're nuts. You are a nutter.
Okay, goodbye, and God bless you, Paul. Now kick this fucking thing.
I was just gonna leave you. It was just a stunt. I'm not gonna.
No, kick it. It's good. Shawshank Redemption is my favorite movie, so.
Oh, Red was here.
So was Jimmy.
Goodbye, Jimmy. But not out loud. It's inside.
Hey, Paul, Comrade Gregory wants to see you. He says it's important.
That was a weird cadence to that that was odd.
Things are weird now. I'm gonna mix it up. My cadence is gonna be weird from now on.
Oh, we could try it out. I'm good with that.
Oh,
That?
you get
See?
you get it.
Yeah. We're gonna be friends. This is where we get our reward for our part in the struggle, obviously.
Now we'll get what we deserve.
Okay, now it's distracting. Your hair's nice though. Do you use a comb? Use a horse comb too? We don't have horses anymore. We killed all those in the revolution.
More combs for us.
Indeed.
I sound like the kid from Malcolm in the Middle. Stevie.
The one that couldn't breathe.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Oh.
But without the breathing, then it's the same pulse.
That
Anyway.
poor kid. If he was still alive, he'd be in the revolution. But we killed him because he was an undesirable.
Comrade Paul, you were a traitor to your own country. How could you expect us to trust you now?
Wait a second. Hold on. Your argument is that I betrayed the country? The former country?
This is more of a... This is the punchline. This is the Rod Serling Twilight Zone ending.
Oh.
So just roll with it, please.
Okay,
Don't overthink it.
I'm sorry. It's my bad. I didn't know that we were doing that.
You are a revolutionist. Perhaps you might revolt against our system.
That doesn't make any... Because this is the system that I wanted in place.
Correct. Did you notice I am a Catholic priest
I
also?
did. I did notice, but I didn't... earlier I had not, but now you are blatantly... are you from the Vatican? Is the Vatican taking over the United States?
Correct. That was the plan all along.
Somehow,
I don't know how we did it.
Where's the Pope?
This was very unlikely. He is at the Vatican. He did not know this was happening.
What?
He is very...
Is Dan Brown behind this? This is another Dan Brown book. Is this the Da Vinci Code Part 5 or whatever?
Tom Hanks and his weird haircut will arrive tomorrow.
Oh, but you said... You said...
We sentence you to death. Immediately!
But my name is Paul. You cannot sentence me to death.
We've been had.
We were only useful idiots.
We've been betrayed.
I can't believe it! Guys! How in the fuck?
Pop. That's a weird gun. That's just a smoke gun, because there's nothing's hit his head yet, so a big puff of smoke came out first. It's like
smoke guns they're very lethal.
Paul, the revolutionist, is taken for judgment.
Thanks, Angel.
Turned him into like a weird Casper ghost.
I didn't wanna have clothes anyway. But you know what I do like? You can tell there's 0 knots in my hair still, even in death, because it flows oh so briskly in the wind.
Is his name in the Book of Life?
His name does not appear, Lord. Unless I'm missing it. What's his name supposed to be? It's just what's his name?
The orchestrator of the New World Order. His name, Paul Penisman.
Is this a prequel? God, is this a prequel?
Yes. Prequel. Prequel tract.
Did Hugo and Jake just make this in canon?
Canon.
Is this Penisman canon now?
Penisman canon. Depart from me, ye cursed penismen, into everlasting fire. Prepare for the devil and his angels.
And that's why Penisman is Penisman, because his daddy Penisman. He's an orphan. He's like the Batman of Penisman.
He grew up in the New World Order without a father, and that's why. For someone who hasn't watched all our Tract videos, this makes no sense.
Blown. No, there's a link on the screen to the Penisman video, and then you'll get it.
Anyway.
This works better as a sequel prequel, though. Does that make sense?
Totally. So yeah, this was a weird tract. It was mostly about guns and anti-socialism.
Yeah, but then the revolution and the New World Order took over, which in the Penisman tract apparently was already a thing.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
I guess there it is. I have no idea what's going on in his head. Like, does he really think that gun control would prevent? Like, no, the military.
The military
would just stamp us out. Like,
there have been rebellions before in the United States.
Yeah.
Whiskey Rebellion, was that a thing? Right?
Yeah. The Waco thing was kind of a rebellion.
Yeah, that was more of a fuck up. They were kind of.
I mean, I'm not saying it was a good thing. I'm just saying, like, that's what happens.
Oh yeah. Thanks everyone for watching.
Indeed.
You can always check us out on Twitter at Bible Reloaded.
Or at Harold's Penisman Reloaded.
Oh, we should get that.
I don't know. That's too long. It isn't allowed on Twitter. Anyways, or at or at Hugo Reloaded, which is Hugo's Twitter.
Totally. You can go ahead and check out our Patreon. Once we hit our $1,000 goal, we will begin the Quran Reloaded.
Yep, and it'll probably be like instead of one of our Friday or Wednesday videos that aren't Bible episodes or main videos, we'll probably put that in our schedule. It'll still be on this same channel, so don't worry about having to move around or anything.
That'll probably be a once-a-month series, though. Just
something like that. It's short. It's kind of... Like
it's formatted different.
Yeah, and the entire book is only about the New Testament size, so... Yeah, we're probably going to do that over the course of several months so that we can get that series going. And it's going to take a lot more work than the Bible just because of the way the Quran's structured. So... It'll be easier that way.
Yep.
And also, higher quality. You can also subscribe if you haven't already.
Yeah, there's a button.
We
Makes
do
it
more
very
chick
easy for you.
tracks. We do Bible studies. We do movie reviews of Christian stuff. And eventually the Quran.
Yeah. So, thanks everyone. Until next time, I'm Hugo.
And I'm Jake.
And this has been the origin of Harold Penisman, I guess.
Harold's Penisman!